The London Philharmonic Choir is a group of people who genuinely love music.
I think we managed to attract a very diverse set of people who mostly and only have in common that they've done a fair bit of choral singing.
And people come from all walks of life. I mean, there's a lot of people that work in arts, aspiring composers, even some singers that want to have some choral practice.
One of the things that drew me to the choir was that it was just a group of I guess what you could kind of label everyday people doing 9-to-5 jobs, but loving music so much that they're willing to commit all this time to being really excellent and performing in these great venues.
It is indeed a choir open to anybody, but clearly you need considerable experience. You've got to be able to sight read, you've got to have a very good ear and very good tone so that the voice blends. One of the great attractions of singing with the London Philharmonic Choir is that we get to sing with the London Philharmonic Orchestra, and the repertoire is just phenomenal.
We do lots of different repertoire, we don't focus on one thing. The more we do, the more people see the variety of stuff we can do and the flexibility we have, and we are able to do concerts with maybe 50 singers up to 200 singers, and while they're a very different sound, it's still the same quality throughout.
In December, we are performing the Bach Christmas Oratorio with the London Philharmonic Orchestra.
This is actually, for most people, the first time in their lives, even for some of the established members of the choir, that they sing the Christmas Oratorio.
The requirements for this piece are for reduced forces. We're normally performing with about 140, 150 singers. That's our normal strength. But for this, we need 60.
So it's definitely challenging from a technical point of view. We have to be a bit more light, a bit more agile, and really get all the lines and to be able to hear all the counterpoint.
It's very quick. There's some movements which are very fast indeed. You've just got to know this stuff inside out and backwards.
Bach doesn't write terribly sympathetically for the voice. In other words, there are all sorts of awkward intervals, diminished fifths and so forth, so you have to really know the part well in order to be able to sing it confidently. And often it zips along at quite a pace.
You have to make sure your intonation is very clear and in tune with everybody else. So it is kind of an exercise, I think, in a new way of performing and a new way of listening.
Bach places words and syllables in, shall we say, consistently inconsistent ways in the bar or on the phrase. So you always have to keep your tongue and counting internal metronome in the right place.
We have a wonderful coach called Norbert Mein, who is a singer himself, so he knows how to pronounce German from a singer's point of view, which is tremendous.
Menschen ein Wohlgefallen and pleasure to people, und den Menschen ein Wohlgefallen.
And he will drill us in a particular style of German, and that's the one we'll produce on the night.
Bach's contemporary audience will have known and maybe even sung along to or hummed along to the chorales, which are to some extent Christmas carols in the German tradition to this day.
Chorales are interspersed between the recitative and arias. It's like you've got that unity again of all of us singing in harmony. It feels very Christmas to me, and it feels like, as it should, a community coming together, singing together.